So, welcome again. This is DJ Demise, however you want to pull it. So, we're going to talk about another issue that we got here: immigration, refugees, etc., etc. First off, there is a lot of immigrants that cross different borders that have migrated to different countries that you know, they decided that after a few years of actually living in this country, they want a better life. That is all fine and dandy. I know a couple of people that have crossed borders in their mid 40s, I would say, and then they're like, you know what, I need a better life. Let's go to America. Cross into America. All right, they stay there for a couple of years, and they don't become U.S. citizens. Now, I have no issue with people crossing into America and establishing themselves as U.S. citizens. But you gotta do it the legal way. You can't not just come in here and try to expect people to spoon feed you. People do get jobs here. They find part-time work. But my main issue is how people call them refugees. You know, this is not a correct term. If people want to migrate from one country to another and call them refugees because they have nothing with them, they have no money, they have no property. This right here. This refugee wording, this bothers me right here. We should just call every single immigrant that came to America refugees. I am against this because we are basically spending our funding, all our monies, grants, and we're helping these people. Why not take all that funding and all that money and help the homeless veterans instead? Because they've actually paid a price for our freedom. Why not? Ha, why is a refugee, higher priority than someone who gave their life to America? How is this reasonable that this is something that we need to focus on than this? See? This. Now, veterans, here's a little start from here. Veterans of war, veterans that fought in our wars, that came home from overseas, that signed up for the army, are our universal color. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. A young famous fellow here. See? This is an issue that no one wants to talk about. Let's just, focus on this because, they have women and children. But if you notice that all the people that have been coming from different countries, they are mainly men. And it's sad that this is more important than this. This. People like you and me, but they actually went to war, that have PTSD, mind you, that have psychological issues. What is this? Exactly. If America is the home of the brave, why are so many of the brave homeless? You know why? I think it has to do with going to war and having all these flashbacks, all these psychological issues. Seeing your best friend get their head blown off by a sniper, or people sacrificing themselves to help you out and stay alive, or just trying to cope with returning to the real world and trying to be like, oh man, I'm back from the war. Let's settle in. Let's watch a video. Bang, bang, bang. They think they're in a war again. So it's something that could be fixed. Something that needs to be worked on. I've actually volunteered for the Wounded Warrior Project. But then it's like after I heard that they use the money for all this crap that they don't really help veterans, then I stopped. So I'm looking for an actual organization that actually helps veterans, because I myself, so much allergies, I swear. I'm looking for a different organization that helps veterans, because I've tried to join the military but I can't, because apparently I have asthma and acid reflux, so apparently that's disqualifications. But my main gripe, my main grip with that is that they allow female enlistees to take pregnancy pills. If I just need a pill and an inhaler, then why not let me join if I want to serve the country? So sad. But this is more important because they are coming from war. Their homes are being destroyed, and we need to put all the money we can to these people. Now, I'm not saying where they're from, because it doesn't matter where these people are from. So we could put an X here. What is this? Hold on a second. So we could put an X here, because it really doesn't matter. And building camps and that, why not build camps for these guys? Check this out. Iraq veteran proof of service. I can't read this part. VA not helping 3 month old baby boy. VA wouldn't help dental 17 months sober. Just got evicted. Anything helps. From what I've noticed, I'm not an expert here, but veterans from war do drink, and I guess it's like they're suffering inside, and it all has to do with coming back from the war and actually killing people. And from what I think, they do kill or they do not kill. I'm not an expert on that either, so don't take my word for it. And here's a cool number. The VA estimates there's more than 300,000 veterans that are homeless on any given night. Jeez, that's a lot of number. Oh, here we go. Statistically, there is 6% of greater homeless are in California, Texas, Florida, New York. And the least amount are in, let's see here, are in South Dakota, I would say. No, actually, looks like Delaware. That's Delaware, right? So you mean to tell me we don't have enough money for all this? Pitiful. Where veterans live. There's a great number here. What year is this? 2014. So why is this more important? It says the world is witnessing the highest levels of displacement on record. Displacement, we're talking about the great veterans are being displaced. And this is okay. This is okay. So much for America. At least some states are doing it, you know? And that's what brings me to the issue of immigration, because I've noticed growing up, some people have been using fake social security numbers. And then, mind you, some people called ICE on them. But ICE doesn't do nothing because they have not committed a crime. Okay, that's fine, but let them have a road to citizenship, you know, let them have a path to that. But it doesn't happen because they don't commit a crime. But even if they do commit a crime, they're still here. That's just my biggest gripe. It just doesn't really help the people who are homelessness, who are suffering in the streets. Okay, we're just gonna put you here, and that's pretty much it. And since they have a bigger issue, the family can't really cope with that, so they kick them out. Homeless among veterans. Look at that. Let's see here. Korean War, Afghanistan. So the most, from what I've seen in this picture, are from Afghanistan War, Iraq, Vietnam. Why is Vietnam up there? It shouldn't be up there. None of these should be up there. 2010 homeless rates. Again, major states. Let's go with statistics. Let's shoot in some immigration by the numbers. USA. Here we go. Number of percent immigrants in the US. So it's gonna grow by a lot. Here we go. That is crazy. Look at that. 2010. So it's gonna keep on growing and growing and growing until 2060. 2060 is the year that's going to be crazy. But why should someone? Why? Oh, I just can't really comprehend how someone who's from here gets a higher priority status than someone who's homeless veteran. Someone want to answer that question? Now I gotta find a way to help out with this, because this shouldn't fly anywhere. See, look at this, Vietnam era. Even though if you from the Vietnam era, you still have psychological issues that need to be addressed. And then there's veteran suicides. Something that doesn't get talked about either. With all the psychological issues, with all the PTSD, all the flashbacks, some soldiers commit suicide. And they end up drinking and doing drugs. Wow, this is a higher priority, mind you. Because there's a lot of crisis in the Middle East. But we're the ones going into the Middle East because we have soldiers doing our work instead of all the government, you know, guys doing, you know, fighting stuff like that. I guess fighting the war for whatever reason. And they're like, here's your bonus. All right, bye. That's it. We don't need you anymore. And then they end up here. But remember, that's fine. That's okay. This is more important because we gotta help these people. What about these guys? Couldn't we have helped them when they still needed our help? But no, they have women and children. These are children of women, if you didn't think about that. And husbands and brothers and sons and nephews and uncles. But man, that's fine. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. This is more important because they have women and children and they have sons and stuff. But these are the uncles, these are the fathers, the sons, the nephews. He shouldn't have a sign for that money for food. He should be given money. The way he uses it shouldn't matter because he's a homeless veteran who gave his life for this country. Apparently, it's okay. I think I did something over here. Huh. Check this out. This is ridiculous. They call him baby killer. But most of the people, let's go back here. Most of the people who say they are baby killers and they are assassins and stuff like that, they are too scared to join the war or sign up for the military. I don't. I just have apparently, quote unquote, 2 medical disabilities that prevent me from joining the military. Pitiful, right? You should be coming home. But it's not. It's not a welcome home after a while because after you have all these psychological issues, all this. See, why not? Apparently, this is a new homes for veterans. Look at all these veterans, guys. I don't know about you. What is this? These are homeless beds. They're not a single man. That's not it. Why not help the veterans? See? And people are like, well, they're old. Where's their family? Well, most of their family might be, buried in the ground. They might have passed on. Can't really judge people on that. Hand up, not a handout. See? There should be more of this. We should be serving those who have served us. But no. This is not priority. This is not priority because we have people coming from different countries and apparently that's our priority. We cannot help the immigration crisis because that's not our problem. Our problem should be our issues within the country that we live in. There's issues in Africa. That's not our problem because we are a developed country, and so any issues that we have in our country should be focused on. It may sound harsh and rude, but it's a reality. And apparently it's not a priority. Oh, here's a 2016 one. Oh yeah, I've seen this one before, but look at this. This is ridiculous. If the federal government ain't gonna help, then the states should. But even the states want to be a sanctuary city for people who are coming from different countries. Why? Why not focus on our homeless veterans? I guess this doesn't matter anymore. Or get something like this. Rebuild it and make it a haven for veterans. Why not? Because it's going to cost money, but this costs money. How's the homeless? Inc. Veterans. 1 in 4 homeless are veterans. That is crazy. Why can't there be more of this? They gave our lives. Why not give our lives back? But people are like, screw the military, f the military. The military sucks. You know, bunch of baby killers and all that stuff. You guys are just scared to even join. And then we have cities like Berkeley. I live in California, and then I heard Berkeley is like, yeah, this city is it's not it's anti military. They're not welcome here, and they got rid of the Marine Corps hiring headquarters in Berkeley a long time ago. Pitiful country who needs, I mean, pitiful city who needs a safe space. I almost said country, jeez. Pitiful city because people are like, this and that. But all these guys had a chance to serve. I mean, to go to school, but it's like they couldn't because they had to serve. There we go. The country, and they were taken from their homes in a way. How? Let me put that right there. Taken in a way because they had the draft and they had to go serve. So they were kind of taken in a way, as one would call it. But this is more important because people feel the need that it's a bigger issue. Because they want to be a good person, help people out. Why not start with this? Now, I don't have any issue with people immigrating, but why not do it smart? If you don't want to stay here completely, then I don't think there should be a spot for you here. But if you do want to stay here legally and completely, then there's a welcome spot. As long as you don't do no crime, you apply for work, you have a new resident, Social Security, because most of the people have been using fake ones, but that's none of my business. I'm going to work on an organization that helps veterans out. Because apparently it's not a priority to California to help these guys out. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm right in the middle. But this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be happening. Let me adjust this thing over here. Oh. Gonna call it a day. This is pitiful. Just remember that. Dig your damn ass out.